Tonight, I bring you the story of envy that wore the mask of friendship. Pay attention, because the ones who clap the loudest are sometimes praying the hardest for your fall. What happens when the people closest to you secretly hope you fail? She had a circle, 5 friends she'd known since college. They called themselves the Unbreakables, shared everything, celebrated everything, or so she thought. It started when she got the promotion. Nothing major, just a step up. But enough to change something in the room when she told them. The smiles came, the hugs came, the "I'm so proud of you" came. But there was something else underneath, something she couldn't name yet. A coldness in the eyes that didn't match the warmth of the words. She brushed it off, told herself she was being paranoid, insecure. But then, the comments started. Small ones, casual. Must be nice to have time for a promotion. Some of us are drowning just keeping up. I guess they're promoting anyone these days. Don't forget us little people when you're at the top. Always wrapped in laughter, always followed by, "I'm just kidding." But the sting was real. She started noticing patterns. When she shared good news, the energy shifted. Conversations would go quiet. Someone would change the subject. Or worse, they'd one-up her immediately. "Oh, that's cool. By the way, I just got invited too." Her wins became their discomfort. Her growth became their threat. And slowly, she started hiding her success, downplaying achievements, making herself smaller in their presence. She started celebrating alone. Wins became secrets. Success became something to hide, because staying small kept them close. Or so she thought, because she learned that her light made them feel dim, and she didn't want to lose them. But envy doesn't stay quiet forever. It waits for the perfect moment, the moment you're most vulnerable, and then it strikes. The breaking point came at dinner. She'd just landed a major client. Life-changing money. She was so excited she forgot to hide it. She told them, and the table went silent. Not the good kind of silence. The kind where you can feel the air thicken, where smiles freeze on faces like masks that no longer fit. One of them, Sarah, forced a laugh and said, "Wow, guess you're really making it, huh?" But her eyes were cold, empty. Another one, Jessica, said, "Must be nice to get lucky like that." Lucky, not talented, not hard-working, lucky. She sat there, feeling the weight of their resentment pressing down on her. These were her friends, her sisters, the people who were supposed to celebrate her. But they weren't celebrating. They were enduring. She started paying attention after that night. Really paying attention. She noticed how they'd forget to invite her to things after her big wins, how they'd bond over shared struggles, but exclude her from the conversation. "You wouldn't understand. You've got it easy now." She noticed how they'd ask about her life, but only to find flaws, only to hear about problems, because her problems made them comfortable. Her success made them resentful. One day she came back early from the bathroom, heard her name, stopped just outside the door, and listened to Jessica say, "Honestly, I'm tired of hearing about her. She acts like she's better than us now." She hadn't said anything. She'd just succeeded, and that was her crime. The realization hit like a blade between the ribs. They didn't want her to fail because they hated her. They wanted her to fail because her success reminded them of their own stagnation. Her growth was a mirror, and they hated what they saw in it. Envy doesn't announce itself. It doesn't scream. It whispers, and it always sounds like concern. It disguises itself as, "Don't get too big for your britches. Remember where you came from. Success changes people." All of it designed to keep you small, to keep you safe, not for you, for them. She tried to salvage it, tried to make herself smaller again, stopped sharing wins, stopped talking about her work, pretended things weren't going well just to keep the peace. But it didn't matter, because the envy wasn't about what she said. It was about what she was becoming, and they couldn't forgive her for it. Leaving wasn't dramatic. No big fight, no explosion, just distance, slow, inevitable. She stopped reaching out. They stopped reaching back, and the silence told her everything she needed to know. The hardest part wasn't losing them. It was realizing they'd never truly been hers to lose. Because real friends don't shrink when you grow. They don't punish you for becoming more. Real support doesn't come with conditions. It doesn't require you to fail to make others comfortable. It doesn't celebrate your struggles more than your success. And here is what the crow sees in the darkness. Some people don't befriend you because they see your value. They befriend you because they see something they can use. Your trust, your loyalty, your desperate need to be chosen. They will drain you, drop by drop, until you forget what it felt like to be whole. But recognizing this doesn't make you broken, it makes you awake, and walking away from someone who dims when you shine. That's not selfishness, that's survival. She learned something crucial. Not everyone who walks beside you wants to see you walk ahead. Some people love you most when you're struggling, when you're safe, when you're not a reminder of what they haven't become. And the moment you rise, they'll either rise with you or quietly hope you fall back down. You didn't change, you just stopped shrinking. And that was unforgivable to them, but freedom to you. If you've ever felt the cold sting of envy disguised as friendship, if you've ever dimmed your light to keep others comfortable, your story matters. Speak it below. The crow sees those who've been betrayed by envy and returns to those brave enough to shine anyway. Leave your truth here if you're ready to stop apologizing for your light, until the darkness reveals what the light cannot.